No, not again.
She screamed, clutching her head. Tears streamed down her face and she rocked back and forth. Why? Why me? This wasn't the first time. It wasn't the second. Every single time she made money, it disappeared overnight. Ebele woke up to the sound of the rooster crowing. Stretching, she smiled, remembering the 50,000 naira she had carefully hidden under her sleeping mat the night before. She pulled out the metal box, heart racing with excitement, already thinking of the foods, clothes, and little comfort she would finally buy. But when she opened it, a smile vanished. The box was empty. The money was gone. Her breath caught in her throat. She shook the box, as if the note might be hiding in a corner. She searched under the mat, under the bed, all around the room. Nothing. Her knees hit the floor. Not stolen, not lost. Gone, like it was never there. And now, her screams echoed across the compound, drawing curious glances from neighbors who were already beginning to whisper something was wrong with Ebele. In a small village where everyone knew everyone, there lived a woman named Ebele, the hardest worker you could ever meet. Every single day, before the sun touched the hills, Ebele was already awake. She pounded the yam until her ends blistered. She wove beautiful clothes that traders from far towns come to buy. She carried water pots heavier than herself. She bent her back over other people's farms from morning till night. Her sweat fell like rain. Her hands were rough and scarred from endless work. Her back ached every night. And yet, no matter how hard she worked, no matter how much she earned, she stayed poor because every time she brought money home, it vanished. Imagine this. Ebele spent a week weaving clothes. A trader pays her 50,000 naira. Good money. She counts it, hides it carefully, and goes to sleep with a smile. By morning, the box is empty. This didn't happen once or twice. It happened every single time she made money. Every single time she brought money back home from work. The neighbors whispered. Some said she was lying about earning anything. Others swore she wasted her money on palm wine at night. A few even whispered that she was cursed. But Ebele knew the truth. Something unseen was stealing her money. One quiet night, when the air was so thick she could hardly breathe, Ebele decided to stay awake. She had just earned 12,000 naira from selling palm oil. She locked it in a metal box and slid it under her mat. Then she lay down, pretending to sleep, while her eyes stayed half open. At exactly midnight, she saw it. A shadow, not a person, not an animal. A moving shadow, darker than the night itself. It had no feet, yet it walked. It had no hands, yet it reached out to the box. Ebele's chest hammered, but she didn't move. The shadow bent over her mat. It slipped through the box as though the metal was nothing. When it rose again, the money was gone, and then, slowly, the shadow turned towards her. Ebele almost screamed. The shadow had her face, her eyes, her mouth, but twisted, empty, and hungry. Then she heard a voice she knew too well, her grandmother's voice, her grandmother who had died years ago.
The debts must be paid, my child. Every family, someone must feed us. Your grandmother fed us. Your mother ran away. Now it is your turn.
Suddenly, everything made sense. Her grandmother had worked harder than anyone but died with nothing. Her mother had abandoned the village, not out of selfishness, but to escape this curse. The village elder confirmed what Ebele already feared.
Your family owes a debt to the spirit world.
He told her.
Every woman in your bloodline must work to pay for it. But the debt is never finished. The spirits take and take and steal the want more.
Ebele's lips trembled. Then what can I do?
There is a way.
The elder said. his wrinkled eyes sharp.
But you may not like what it demands. Would you keep walking your whole life, knowing everything you heard would vanish into darkness, or would you fight back, even if it might kill you?
Ebele made a choice. The elder revealed a ritual, a deadly one. She would have to face not just the shadow, but every ancestor who had accepted the curse. Every dead woman who had walked herself into the grave, but what she discovered was worse than she ever imagined. The spirits weren't strangers. The curse wasn't punishment from outside. The real enemy was her own blood. Her ancestors, her grandmother, her great-grandmother, the long line of women before her, were the shadows feeding on her. Women who had lived bitter, hopeless lives. Women who had died without tasting success. Women who now refused to let their children succeed. If we cannot keep what we had, they whispered from the dark, neither will you. Ebele's knees shook. How could she fight her own blood? The answer shocked her. She didn't need to fight them. She needed to forgive them. Forgive the pain. Forgive the hunger. Forgive the bitterness passed down like a chain from one generation to the next. On the night of the new moon, Ebele gathered every coin, every note, every scrap she had ever earned. She built a fire at the edge of the village. As the flames vowed, she spoke into the night. I forgive you. I understand your pain, but it ends with me. I will not feed your bitterness with my life. And then she threw all her money into the fire, every note, every coin. The shadows screamed, the hurt trembled, but when dawn broke, the curse was gone. From that day, every kobo Ebele earned stayed with her. Her sweat finally brought reward. She could buy, build, and save, not only for herself, but for every daughter who would come after her. The price of freedom was everything she had, but it gave her everything she needed. This is not just a tale of shadows and curses. It is a story of invisible chains we inherit, family patterns, whispered fears, voices telling us people like us don't succeed. Sometimes the curse is not outside of us, it is inside, the echoes of those who failed before us. And sometimes the only way to break free is to burn it all down and start again. Because freedom always costs something, but freedom is worth it.